Hello everyone and welcome back to Jenna Voice. So today's video is going to be all about fundraising, how to run your own fundraiser. Currently I am running my very first fundraiser for my program in Italy that I'm about to leave for very soon. So I thought it would be a great time to share tips with all of you that I've learned along the way. So my first tip, and probably the most important one with the fundraiser, is to start as soon as possible. As soon as I received my contract for the program, I set up my fundraising page that same night. Now there are a variety of different fundraising pages that you can choose from. Personally, I am using youcaring.com. Another very popular one is GoFundMe. One of the reasons I chose youcaring.com is, from what I understand, it is the only non-profit fundraising website. So what that means is that they are not taking any percentage of the money that I raise for my fundraiser. Now the main reason that I say to start your fundraiser as soon as possible is really just to give yourself as much time as possible to raise your money. It really doesn't take too long to set up your fundraising page, at least in my experience. So really taking that time as soon as possible and just getting that information out there to start the fundraiser is the first step towards a successful fundraiser. Okay, so now in order to raise money for the fundraiser, you really need to share as much information as you can about the program in order to get as many people as you can interested. I also think it's important to keep this information as concise as possible as well. You don't need to write a massive long story. Most people don't want to take the time to read that much. So a good length that I think most people would be interested in is about 3 to 4 short to medium length paragraphs. In addition to sharing information about your story, I also think it's really important to share visuals of yourself performing. Giving your audience an idea of what you will look like while you're performing either a role or a program, or just seeing you in action, is a great way to get them excited about your fundraiser. Also, if you're able to make a video explaining more about the program or giving an example of you performing live, that can help you even more. So once you've set up your fundraising page, make sure you share it. Share it on all of your social media accounts. Personally, from my experience, I haven't had any luck on any of my accounts other than Facebook. But if you have a greater amount of followers on Instagram or Twitter, you may have luck there as well. In addition, I think it's helpful to do just a little bit of research into finding out when the optimal times are to post an update on each social media platform. For example, on Facebook, generally the highest amount of traffic is between 1 and 4 p.m. most days. So if you're wanting your posts to reach the most amount of people, I think it's definitely worth checking into when those optimal times are for each type of social media. In addition to social media, I think it's really important to ask people individually and through other means. For example, sending emails to friends and colleagues of yours can be really beneficial. Think about all of the groups you're associated with. Are you involved in a church group or a youth group or other extracurriculars through school? Thinking of those outside connection groups can really help you to bring in more money. Another tip that I have is to aim small when asking individuals for money. I know a lot of times when I'm looking at fundraisers that other people are holding, I remember thinking, gosh, I really can't donate right now. I don't have the money to support them. But oftentimes, if you ask for a smaller amount, people are more willing to donate. For example, a lot of the time I've been asking for people to donate $10 to my fundraiser, and I really think I got the majority of my fundraising money from those smaller donations. In addition, this is a really powerful tool because it gets more people involved. The more people that are involved in your fundraiser, the more people that will become aware that your fundraiser is going on, and it will reach more people and hopefully bring in more money overall. Make sure throughout your fundraiser that you keep it relevant and continue to update people on how it's doing, and let them know the timeline when it becomes closer and closer to your program. For me, I have tried to post weekly updates on how the fundraiser has been doing, as well as express my gratitude for those who've donated in that week. Running a fundraising page can be slow at times, so it's a great idea to be creative and think of alternative ways to raise money in the meantime. One of the best ways as a singer to raise money is to hold a fundraising recital. I would have loved to do another recital for this fundraiser, but I just did my last recital at the end of last semester, so I really didn't have time to put another one together. If you feel crunched for time on a recital and are worried that you can't put a whole one together, consider pieces that you've already learned and would be easy to put together in a program. You by no means need to do a whole program of completely new music. That's very unrealistic for a lot of people. Also, you could ask some of your friends if they'd like to get involved and make it a collaborative recital. In addition to this, you could also consider getting a part-time job if you have the time, or look through your items and see if there's anything that you can sell that you don't need anymore and is worth a little bit of money. Little bits of money here and there can really make a big difference in the long run. Alright, so those are my tips for running a fundraiser. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've run a fundraiser before, leave a comment down below. Tell me what worked for you and what didn't work for you, and let me know what you thought of this video. I will also leave a link down below for my fundraiser if you'd like to look at it to give yourself an idea of the template that you could use for your fundraiser if you're thinking of starting one. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you've not already. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.